Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I will have to start by apologizing because my goal was to finish with all the Stray Kids individual readings in September, but then I got sick, and even though I was not I had a cold and it wasn't okay, it was kind of bad, but the reason why I couldn't record for so long was because it took a while for my throat to get back to normal, and then yeah. But anyway, I will definitely finish with the individual readings. I just need two more people, which is Seungmin and then Ayan. But I hope everything is well with him, and let's just kind of jump into this reading. So in this reading, we're going to check 4 different things, which will be his current energy, his career, his love life, and then any healing messages that come through. I hope you guys enjoy this video, but in the description below I will leave the timestamps in case you want to jump around, and if not, let's start off with his current energy to see how he's doing right now. Phew. So let's see, let's jump into it. So let's see, how is Seungmin doing right now? Also, I hope I'm saying his name right. So we have the Star reverse, the 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands reverse. So, okay. He may feel a bit discouraged because with the Star reverse, this kind of shows that he may feel a bit hopeless, or he may find it very difficult to see where he's at right now and how to get to whatever goals he may have had in mind. He is struggling to see how things can get better, and he may find it very difficult as well to kind of see like the silver lining in whatever situation he may find himself in right now. However, he hasn't fully given up because we have the 7 of Wands. So this kind of shows that he may feel a bit stagnant, he may feel a bit discouraged, and he may also kind of find it difficult to know what are the right actions to take to accomplish his dreams or to accomplish a certain goal. So he's going through like a hurdle right now. And we do have 2 Wands cards right here. So the main thing that he's finding challenging right now is how to take action towards achieving his dream. So he may already have an idea of what he wants, he may have already planned things out and thought about things, but he still doesn't know what is the right action towards making that dream come true, or to get a step closer towards his dreams. So the Star card is Aquarius energy, so this kind of shows that he may find it a bit difficult to change things in his environment at the moment. I do feel that this could be outside of his control right now. Like he may need to rest a bit more, or he may need to kind of take a step back. And I'm saying that because we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So with the Ace of Wands, usually the aces talk about a new beginning and Wands talk about taking action. However, with this card being reversed, right now is not the right time to start something new in his life. Right now, it is better for him to kind of calm down. It is better for him to not feel discouraged, to not give up. You know, those are awesome. But right now, it's not a good time to take action. Usually, when the Ace of Wands is upright, it is kind of like the green light. It's like the go get it, go accomplish your dreams, take action. If you're inspired, go for it. But with this card in reverse, I do feel that I don't think the issue is that he's lacking inspiration or that he's lacking the motivation to do something, even if he's going through a challenging time. I think that this card in reverse kind of just shows that right now it's just not the right time. Maybe there is something that he wants to do that he can't really rush. It could be a project that he just hasn't fully manifested, so he can't like push it. Or maybe life is telling him that he still needs to rest and recuperate before taking action. I guess this Ace of Wands reverse could also represent that maybe he needs to focus on himself a bit more, or focus on how he wants to like visualize his dream before he takes action. Like, again, this Ace of Wands reverse kind of shows that right now is not a good time. If what he's aiming for is time sensitive, he may not even be aware of it. Like maybe the right people in the right places are not in position quite yet, or again, as I mentioned earlier, it could be that he just needs to kind of rest before he takes action, and that's why it's like right now is not a good time. Focus on getting better, or focus on something else before you make your dreams come true. But I do feel like he already has an idea of what he wants, so that's not necessarily an issue, and he may have already planned things out. I do feel that if anything, life is just telling him that right now is not a good time. So let's jump into his career to figure out what's going on there. So what's going on with his career? we have a unicorn, which, if I'm correct, this is the third eye energy. Okay, I'll take the bottom card. And then I want one more. I said that and then two cards came out. So what is going on in his career? Let's see. Yeah, life is telling him to just chill. Um, I don't. Okay, so I haven't done. I know that he got in a car accident because my sister mentioned it, but I myself haven't done any research, so I don't really know how he's doing right now or how bad it was. But based on the cards that we have right here, he needs to relax a little bit. So anyway, so with this unicorn energy, it feels like in his career now will be a very good time to kind of take a step back and not force himself back into work. We have relaxation, care, and family. So if he kind of takes some time to, maybe here we have someone that's reading, but I think the advice is to kind of relax, to rest a lot. Maybe he needs to sleep a lot to allow his body to get better, to allow his mind to get better, to make sure that he's not allowing external forces to bother him. I do feel like he needs to have a very cool mind, or I don't know, there's this energy where he needs to surround himself by people that love him and care about him and will not rush him or push him to take action and do something. I think in his career it would be better if he just allowed people to pamper him and spoil him and allow him to just relax and enjoy his time. So right now in his career, also with his unicorn, let me talk about this unicorn. So with this third eye energy, there's this sense that maybe the reason why he can't take action towards his dream is because right now he may be going through a period of spiritual awakening of sorts. And life may need him to take a break from his career in order to have the clarity necessary to see things and learn, go through this like awakening where he will be able to get to know himself better, being able to connect to this like higher power of sorts, or being able to kind of connect to his heart, connect to the idea of not everything is under his control, understand that the laws of the universe in the sense of like what is it called, of like fate and destiny. So this unicorn card can mean that right now he may be going through like a shadow period of sorts where he's getting to know himself a bit better, and the best way that he can accomplish this like stage in his life where he's like kind of waking up or getting clarity from this like bird eye point of view, so seeing things from a different perspective, is if he has this period or this moment of just being surrounded by people that love him, that care about him, and will give him the tranquility that he may have not had in a very long time. So again, just resting a lot. You know what I'm saying with this like baby right here? I do feel that there's this sense of like a rebirth that he may be going through. There are some times that when there's like an accident, or when there is like, yeah, okay, let me just say accidents. When there's like an accident, that's like the physical representation of a rebirth. Not, and I'm not saying that every time someone goes through a change or through like this rebirth kind of moment, everyone's gonna go through an accident. Not necessarily. Some people don't have that in like, I guess, their life paths. Like it's not written there. With other people, it's like, you know what I'm getting, like strong. There's this card in tarot which is the Hanged Man, and when that card comes reversed, I usually see that as a warning of like the universe is going to stop you one way or another. So let's say you have someone that's focusing a lot on their work. When that card comes up, either a sickness comes through, or in this case an accident could come through, or maybe all of a sudden the projects fall through and the person is being forced to stop and take a break. So I do feel like he may have gone through something similar right now. He may have, for some time, he may have ignored this like involvement, this like awakening, and because of that he may have the universe thought it would be better for me to put you in this situation so like that you are forced to rest, since you yourself are not taking the initiative to rest. I do feel like he may have gone through something like that. But he has a lot of beautiful cards in his career. So that could also mean that he's just surrounded by a lot of people that care about him, that want the best for him, and will do their best to make sure that he has everything that he needs to feel comfortable and happy in life. So I do feel that those cards could be there for that reason. But let's take out some tarot to get further more information. I hesitated because I don't talk like that. So when the words came out like that, I was like, huh? Who is this? Okay, so let's get more details about his career. Because, yeah. So we have the Magician reverse. And we have Judgment reverse. He has so many Major Arcana. It's insane. So again, for people that may not know, when you have a lot of Major Arcana popping up in your tarot readings, it usually means that you're going through a very big transformation, and it's something that you can't avoid, and it's something that is going to bring a lot of big changes in your life, and it can be very challenging and difficult. But let's talk about the cards that he has right now. So he has a Magician reverse, so he may find manifestation to be a bit stagnant or a bit difficult and challenging in his career right now. So again, since he's been forced to rest, and he may have been put in this period of like self-reflection and self-improvement, he may find it kind of difficult to take action in making his dreams come true when it comes to his career. So basically going back to work. And why is that? Well, because since he can't do what he's accustomed to, he may feel like he doesn't have the same abundance and he may feel like he's lacking the resources to make his dreams come true. But that's not the case. This Magician reverse is just kind of showing that at this moment he may feel like he can't manifest what he wants in his life, or he may feel that he's not lucky anymore, or he may feel like he can't accomplish his dreams right now. So again, he's going through a very challenging moment because this Magician seems very similar to the Star reverse, where he has not seen the silver lining, where he has felt kind of lost and kind of stagnant, or he may be feeling a bit hopeless right now. Again, I don't really know what situation he is in right now, but he may have to do some shadow work, so kind of let go of some limiting beliefs. It's a moment where he has to face his fears, face the things that he's either afraid of losing, the things that he's afraid of doing. All of those things are kind of coming up to him because he's in a, even if he may not feel relaxed, he is in a moment or in a place in his life where he has a lot of time to think things through. Now, the other card that we have right here is Judgment reverse. So, Judgment is Pluto energy, and it talks about someone that's going through a rebirth, through a change, through a big transformation. Judgment is a card that usually symbolizes that life is testing us. It is a moment in our lives where we may feel like things never go our way. We may feel like there's a lot of restrictions, or we may feel like we're always being tested somehow. Like our patience is tested, our skills are being tested, our ability to believe in our fate and destiny is being tested. So with this card being reversed, I do feel that he is not fully recognizing that what he's going through right now is not a punishment, but rather it is just part of his development as an individual. Again, he's going through this awakening. So I think, also Judgment is like a pretty spiritual card. What I mean by that is like is teaching us, or we're about to experience things that are not really tangible. So I think this is very fitting with a unicorn card that he had earlier. Right now in his career, also I want to mention that this kind of looks like Neptune. So Neptune is a ruler of Pisces, which is also, I'm saying also a water sign because Pluto is a ruler of Scorpio. So again, though when we talk about water signs, we're talking about pretty spiritual energy. So I do feel like he may be encountering a moment in his life where he has to not focus too much on like the earthly things of life, but focus a bit more of the spiritual things in life. And I think that the reason why that's happening is because he's going through this awakening and seeing things from a different point of view, from a different perspective, and this will shift his mentality. I do feel that if he were to come back to his career, many of you guys will almost feel like you don't recognize him, and that's because he just changed as a person. If he comes back too early, he's gonna look tired and exhausted. But if he comes back when he has gone through I was gonna say threshold. I don't know if that's the right word, but whatever he has to go through before going back to work when it comes to, like, in a spiritual sense, then you guys will see him as someone that will seem a lot wiser and mature. So this judgment card is just kind of teaching him that there's like that what he went through is not a punishment, but it's part of his growing. Like it's a learning experience. I know that this could be kind of difficult to think about if you don't think this way, but I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about here. Um, but let's go into his love life. I feel like some of you will look at his career and be like, "What is she even talking about?" Because it seems more like spiritual growth and knowing rather than whatever you guys were probably expecting or wanting to hear for his career. So I'm sorry about that, but that's kind of how it came out. Anyway, let's talk about his love life. So what's going on in his love life? Ow, the card hurt me a little bit. So we have an oyster, which is a water element. We have the triangle pointing down. That is a water element. I'll take the top card actually. And then one more card. I said one more and then two came out. It always happens that way. So we have oyster, memory, death, fury, and libation. I hope I said that right. So what is he going through in his love life? I think he has clammed up. Like, he's going through a period where he's not really interested in relationships. And not in romantic relationships or even new relationships. Like, when it comes to, like, friendships or family or stuff like that, he doesn't really want to start new ones. I think right now he's very guarded. He may have clamped up. So he may not feel too comfortable talking to people, or he may not feel too comfortable opening up. So, and I feel that this is because his heart is healing. Something within him is changing to the point that he kind of has to be on his own for some time. So I don't think he's too welcoming or too willing to open up to other people. However, we have memory. So if anything, this moment in his life where he wants to be in isolation and he kind of wants to be on his own to get better and improve, he, with his memory card, I do feel that he may be spending a lot of time with his family or people that he deeply cares about, and because of that he's going through like the memory lane and thinking of how valuable these people are, thinking how important they are for him. And also he's starting to like notice or realizing how a part of him was lost, like along the way of, or like along the journey of his life. I'm saying that because we have the death card right here. So I do feel that he may start noticing that he was so focused on something or so busy with his normal like routine or life to the point that he had forgotten something about him. So I'm getting a sense of like some inner child healing for him. Again, part of his shadow work, part of his spiritual awakening is realizing the things that he may have forgotten or the things that he began to ignore along the way. So if he started to prioritize his career and ignoring his happiness, and his career could bring him happiness, but his approach could be something that may have been suppressing what he truly wanted and desired in life. So what I'm saying is like maybe he does like to be a singer and being on stage and performing, but for some time he was focusing so much on his career that he was neglecting the part of him that desired to rest, or the part of him that, or like the reason why he was doing his work in the first place. So he fell down this routine and he started to do things in such a way that he may had forgotten like his essence, his true essence of sorts. So these two cards right here kind of shows that by going back to his family or like the people that he deeply cares about and like they're taking care of him, he may start noticing the things that he had forgotten about himself, the dreams that he had forgotten, and the things that he wanted in life. He's starting to slowly remember them again and feel them again. So I'm telling you, it feels like he's going through some inner child healing. So his love life is focusing a bit more on his self-love and again how he's slowly improving himself as an individual and just developing this new way of thinking and living life. Also, we have fury, and libation. I have no clue how you say that word, but in his love life, one of the things that he's doing is that he's creating new routines. He's creating a stronger connection with spirit, or a stronger connection with his inner self. And this fury card, I do feel that is kind of, that's probably his reaction at realizing how much of himself he unconsciously or without noticing neglected. I think for a very long time he may have done so many things for the sake of doing them that he kind of forgot that there was a purpose behind why he was doing things in the first place. So going back to his work, he may be so focused with his schedule, so focused in doing like what he's been told to do, that he had forgotten that the reason why he even started down that journey, or he may have forgotten what it felt like to enjoy his work for real, or to enjoy his life. So there's a part of him that he neglected for so long, that this fury card is kind of saying that when he realizes, when he feels anger, or like he may feel angry when he realizes how much he had forgotten, if that makes sense, or like how like a part of him almost like fell off was the words that came up, but like how a part of him was slowly like falling and dying within him because he was just neglecting it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But let's take out some tarot cards to get more info about his love life. So yeah, I don't think he has any headspace for like a romantic relationship because he's so focused on himself. And even though he's surrounded by people that care and love him, he may feel so focused in his own healing that he may find it a bit challenging or difficult to be of support or even pay too much attention to his family, again, because he's healing, so it's natural, I think. But yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles with control, and we have the King of Swords with knowledge. So in his love life, what is he going through? He's learning what are the things that he can do in his present moment to improve and grow as a person, but also he's learning to understand what is it, healthy attachments. He's learning how, like, what are the things that bring him happiness and he should hold tightly onto, and what are the things that he has to kind of let go of. The Four of Pentacles usually to me has a negative like energy to it, but in this sense I do feel that it's leaning more towards knowing what it is that he values in life and what he treasures, and holding onto those things dearly, and not forgetting about them, because I do feel that's the main reason why he had this other cards, the Oracle that we saw earlier. Also with his King of Swords, there's this sense of like he's finally having like this clear judgment. He's finally learning how to discern what is good for him, what is not good for him, what is it that he wants out of life, and what is it that he has to let go of in life. So again, unhealthy attachments, codependency, letting go of those things, and slowly learning what it is that he does need in life and what he wants in life. And also with his King of Swords, he's just having a cool mind. So he's slowly letting go of his limiting beliefs, letting go of the things that he's afraid of, and also recognizing them, first of all. This is Libra energy, so he's slowly finding this new sense of balance and stability, as well as a sense of harmony in his life. So this is, by focusing on himself right now, he's going to be able to reach that point where he feels, where he matures into this new person and is able to recognize the things that he has sacrificed and neglected for so long in his life. Now, to end up his reading, let's jump into his healing messages to see what else we have to say about him. So a chunk of cards came out. There are 3, so that's perfect. Let's check them out. So we have the Elephant Spirit reverse with Learn from the Past. We have the Squirrel Spirit reverse with Believe in Yourself. And the last card that we have is the Fox Spirit upright with Think on Your Feet. So to me, the elephant symbolizes force, or an energy that overcomes and like a bulldozer gets rid of obstacles. It's just like brute force, I will overcome these obstacles. But with this card in reverse, it kind of feels like that's not quite the energy that this elephant spirit is coming through with. This is actually more of the energy of, even if it's challenging, even if it's difficult for him at the moment to go down the memory lane and think about his past, that's actually where the answers lie about like what he's going through. So at this moment. He may be like, oh, I feel like life is punishing me. I feel like I don't know what to do. I feel like there's no hope for the future. Well, those answers or those concerns that he has right now can be answered if he looks back. If he looks back at his approach to life, his thoughts about things, his thinking about where he was lacking, but also thinking about or trying to remember those times where he truly felt happy or when he truly felt accomplished, and see at what point did this all ended? At what point did things kind of turned around? At what point did things change? So this is just like a little exercise for him to be able to recognize what it is that is not working for him anymore, and also trying to, in a way, relearn what is it that he truly wants out of life and what his goals really are. Because I do feel like he may have had an approach that, even though it was very effective in getting things done, it was not the most satisfying for him, and may not have helped him feel accomplished, like fully accomplished. And as in, like, maybe he was like succeeding, like, oh, again, I'm gonna bring this back to his career, because based on like what happened here, I do feel that his career is what is on hold right now. Like, again, he was going through the schedules, he was, getting those awards, those recognitions, and it's like, yeah, life is great and everything, but I don't feel like, my heart doesn't feel happy. I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel fulfilled. The emotional fulfillment is not there. And again, it's because of his approach. His approach is not, again, it may be the most effective to kind of show like the credentials of like, see, this is my success, but it's the wrong approach when it comes to his emotional satisfaction. Now, the other card that we have right here is the Squirrel Spirit reverse with Believe in Yourself. One of the things that he's going through when it comes to his healing is to prioritize himself, to have more faith in who he is as an individual, and he will slowly feel more power and feel even, I guess, stable as an individual, because he's going to become this King of Swords. He's going to become this person that finds harmony within himself, that is able to discern what's good for him, what's not good for him, what works for him and what doesn't. What is it that he should hold on to for his success and emotional satisfaction, and what he has to let go to kind of lighten the burden in his life, right? So whenever he feels there's a lot of responsibilities, there's a lot of things that I have to do, he's going to slowly, by like working on himself, doing his shadow work and going through his spiritual awakening, he will slowly learn the best way that he works as well as what he desires, and he will be able to find like the right balance of like responsibility, but also doing what he desires in life, that kind of thing. So by believing in yourself, it's like the squirrel spirit is trying to help him figuring out who he is and what he wants out of life, which, I mean, what he wants is not a doubt. I feel like he knows what he wants in life, but his approach is the issue here. Now, the last card that we have right here is the Thought Spirit with Think on Your Feet. So the first thing that I thought of when I saw the thoughts was someone that's quite witty, but I think what this thoughts energy is actually saying is that one of the things that he's going to learn or go through in his healing process is learn how to be a flexible individual. We don't have a lot of Pentacles energy, so I don't think he's really rigid about his plan in life. Like, earth signs, I say we, I'm like a Libra sun, but my moon is in Virgo, so I tend to be like this as well. We tend to be the type of people that have our life planned out, and we go like, by this age I want to have accomplished this, by this other age I want this, and maybe if you have like a daily planner, you're like, today I'm gonna do all of these things and I better accomplish them, because if not, I'm gonna feel like shit. So he may be like that, and because of that, that rigid like planning can make it very difficult to understand that sometimes we need to be flexible with our schedules, because not everything will go as planned. I mean, my last 2 weeks of September, I had written down the videos that I wanted to have up, and then the unexpected happened. I got sick, and then I couldn't record and do anything. So with him, it could be something similar. Like, this spirit is kind of telling him that he has to be more flexible, so that he has enough wiggle room to overcome things that could be unexpected. Like, let's say he's a little bit sad or a little bit discouraged, okay, then he needs to take a break so that he can bring back himself back to like 100. Or maybe he is a little bit confused, so he needs a bit more time to process what his next steps are going to be, and that's why he needs that wiggle room. So I think that's kind of what the Flat Spirit is saying. Have like the flexibility for change, have the flexibility for when things don't go his way or things don't go as planned. He's able to kind of like pick things up again, but not feel like his world is crumbling down. So yeah. I'm saying it that way because I was like, me too. Maybe I should be more flexible as well. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Seems like he's going through a very big transformation, and he's going to start to see things very differently and have a very different approach to his goals in his life. So this experience or the situation that he went through is just kind of like the spark or the trigger for him to go through all of this change, this new way of thinking, this new way of doing things, this new way of feeling, and this new way of taking action and planning, even because again he has to be more flexible. So he's going to be like a completely different person, or he's going to go through some rough periods where he's slowly transforming into this version of himself where he feels in harmony and balance, as I mentioned with this King of Swords. So once again, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. And I do promise I will finish with Stray Kids this year. Hopefully this month. But again, I have to be flexible. We never know what happens, right? Anyway, see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. And bye.